Hey guys, Mr. Jaffe here again. Just want to talk today about avoiding alcohol and drugs. We talked about a lot of the drugs that are out there. Today we're going to talk about ways to avoid drugs and alcohol. Maybe a lot easier now when you're sixth grade that drugs and alcohol are probably not around you as much, and especially from your peers. Um, but as you get older, uh, there's going to drugs and alcohol are you're going to see them more around you, and you may be offered drugs or alcohol sometime, and it's going to be up to you to make that decision to say no and to stand up to whoever it is who's offering you drugs and alcohol. um, Teens are also influenced to use alcohol and drugs in several ways. The media often shows people enjoying alcohol, different movies. A lot of the American Pie movies come to mind, or these movies that are made for young adults or teens, where people are having wild, crazy nights drinking alcohol, and it kind of glorifies drinking alcohol and makes it seem like something that often that it's not. It makes it sound really cool and fun, and you do this and that, but the realities are a lot different than what it is in the movies and on TV. The best way to avoid being pressured to use illegal substances is to use refusal skills. Um, but if you don't want to be a part of drugs and alcohol, state your decision clearly and attentively. No, I don't want a sip of that beer. No, I don't want to smoke marijuana with you. When you speak assertively, you're letting people know that you're serious. If outside pressure is strong, walk away. If they keep, if someone keeps trying to push alcohol or drugs in your face, walk away from the situation. You don't need to be with those people. You don't need to prove yourself to those people. You're your own individual and stand up for what you believe in. Um, Ultimately, hopefully, these people will support your decision. And real friends, even if they are involved in drugs and alcohol, should understand your refusal and you not wanting to be a part of that life and to take drugs and alcohol and wanting to be sober. And if they don't understand, they're probably not a real friend. Real friends will support your decisions as well as family. And if you are having a problem, go to your real friends, go to your family. Um, a lot of teens choose to use alcohol and drugs to cope with problems. However, drugs and alcohol a lot of times makes problems worse. And the last couple of videos in class, we talked about some of those problems. Um, Again, like I said, talk to a parent, guardian, or trusted adult. They can help you find possible ways to deal with these problems. And there's a lot of alternatives to drugs and alcohol. There's a lot of great things out there, um, and things that if you really want to be involved, you can start yourself. For one, have a drug-free event. Have a sober party where everyone comes, and instead of serving beer, you serve juices or you know cool sodas or something. Um, Take time to improve your talent and skills. Grab a hobby, whether it's cards or video games, or as a teacher, I don't like video games, but go. I don't know, some type of sport. Sports are usually great. I know myself. I had some friends that were involved in drugs and alcohol when I was in high school. Myself, I always played soccer, and I had a couple of friends who played soccer, and soccer kept us away from drugs and alcohol. We didn't want to go drink or smoke marijuana because we knew that was going to damage our body and make us not as good at the sport that we really really love to play, which is soccer. Like I said, using drugs and alcohol will affect your health, and especially if you're an athlete, you know, drinking's gonna make you not as good of a player. You're not gonna be able to hydrate the same way if you smoke. Your stamina and endurance isn't gonna be as good as if you didn't smoke. Um, Again, any type of group, be a part of a group, the drama club, theater club, comic book club, whatever it is. When you're part of a real strong group, you don't need drugs and alcohol. And a lot of times, people who are doing drugs and alcohol are doing it because they're bored with their life, and again, they have problems or they don't have uh, a strong structure, a family structure, a friend structure that's keeping them away from alcohol. Um, if and we talked about this before, if your family or anyone you know are substance abusers, um, there's community resources out there. Alcohol Anonymous is one that we talked about. There's one for narcotics and Anonymous, or if they smoke too much Marijuana Anonymous. So there's a lot of help out there. But what I really want to get across here is, if you don't want to be involved in drugs and alcohol, don't be. Don't be. And that sober living is really the way of living to go. People are sober a lot happier and feel that their lives are um, more fulfilling and more enriching. And I can almost guarantee you, in your life, you will at some point have to make a decision when someone offers you drugs or alcohol. And at that moment, you got to really know who you are and know what taking a hit of that marijuana joint or drinking that beer or taking that shot can lead you down to. And we talked about gateway drugs before, and you know, smoking marijuana and alcohol, they're both gateway drugs, and they can lead to things later in life. So you want to stay away from these things, and live a sober and a happy life. Um, and I believe in you guys. I see guys every day, and great bunch of kids, and I hope none of you get involved in drugs and alcohol, and keep living happy. If keep living that happy life, I promise you, you're gonna be a lot better for it, and you're gonna be a lot more successful in life for it too. Um, so that's pretty much it for the unit. Um, See you guys tomorrow. We're gonna start on the next unit, but it's been a great unit. I'm sure you guys will have a lot of questions for me in the morning. But beside that, have a great night, and see you tomorrow, class. All right, bye.